So how confident are you in your guys that they're ready for Saturday?
I feel very good at this point. We've had a good fall camp. Our guys are really hungry to go out and go against somebody else. We have obviously some newcomer guys, and there'll be a lot of good stuff on Saturday, but, obviously there'll be mistakes too. We'll coach them up, get them right, but I know our guy, the physical part, the hay's in the barn, all right, that's done. Now we move on to recovery and mental, then we'll ramp it back up Friday, and then Saturday it's we're ready to go.
What kind of role can Wyatt Mazur have for your offense?
Well, he's kind of that utility guy that can do a lot of different things. He's very smart. He can play running back. If he had to play receiver, he could. But he's had a really good fall camp. He really has. I mean, I don't have any qualms putting him in the game. He's a great teammate. And he's playing at a really high level right now. Again, he knows what he's doing, which in this offense, when you know what you're doing, it allows you to have chances to be successful.
What is the nature of your conversations with a guy like Ramir playing in the big stadium, all that entails? Do you even say anything to him?
Well, I mean, other than this will be exciting to be able to go out and, in front of 92,000 people. But again, we'll revert back to our training. Do what you do in practice, and don't worry about the big lights. Now, that's easier said than done until you do it, but I don't make it bigger than what it is. You come to Nebraska because you get to play in our unbelievable venue, and then you get to go on the road and play in other venues that are big time. So, but we don't make it bigger than what it is. We make it more of an excitement. Hey, how awesome this is going to be! Yeah. But we got to be even keeled and go out there and execute. If you're deer in the headlight look, you're not going to be able to perform at the level that you need. But I expect him to be ready to go and be excited to run out on that field. He'll remember that the rest of his life.
What's his personality like that would lead you to believe he'll be fine?
He's just a very calm kid. He doesn't get shook. He came from a great high school program, where they're well coached and disciplined. So his upbringing in the football before he got here was very good, and he's shown a lot of great things since he's been here. Again, he's a freshman though, but he's a guy that will definitely be a good player for us.
How does it affect game prep when Maurice's status is maybe still up in the air?
Well, we're just, no determination's been made, so we're just going to keep moving on and preparing for the game. Then we just go from there. So he's preparing, and everybody else is preparing, and then if we have to adjust, we'll adjust.
How do you approach this kind of the rotation of back Saturday? And I mean, do you have a baseline number of guys in your kind of upper group that you want to rotate in this ball game Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, I have an idea. It'll be kind of feel for the game. Seeing how it's going, who's executing, who's doing what they're supposed to do. But again, we want to be in position where 3 or 4 guys are ready to go. Wandale will obviously play receiver, but then he'll play in the backfield too as well. Miles Jones potentially could too. So we have some guys that gives us some different options back there. But again, you got to be prepared, ready to go, whether you're the 4th guy or the 3rd guy, because again, I said it before, you're one play away from being the number 2 guy or the number 1 guy. And just like kind of we did last year, we kind of felt it out a little bit first 2 or 3 games, and then it worked itself out. It's a long season, and there'll be injuries and different things, execution. So our guys got to be ready to go, and you got to go into the game thinking, I'm going to be ready. If I'm called upon, I got to be ready to go.
And with it, because he came from such a predominantly run-heavy JUCO and then certainly a run-heavy time at Georgia Tech.
Yeah, he didn't have to do any of that in the previous 2 places, but he's been able to do it here. He just like any other new guy had a mistake here or there, but we've coached him up. And what I'm looking for is if you make a mistake, are you making the same mistake twice? And he's been able to rectify and fix it when he knows or when he misses something. He's like, okay, I see why. If they don't see the why, then that's where you got a bigger, deeper problem. But that he sees why, and as do the other guys. So we're a lot better. And again, live bullets are flying Saturday, so we'll see.
Diedrich mentioned
on Monday that he maybe hadn't been asked to catch passes at his previous stops like he does here. How's he handling that aspect?
Good, yeah. I mean, you got to be able to catch the ball in this offense as a running back. I mean, you got to be out of the backfield. You can be a receiver. That's why it's so much fun to be a running back in this offense. And so we got recruiting. We show these guys, hey, look what you can do. And so he's been able to. He's got good hands. I didn't know like last year, Divine, what kind of hands he'd have, and he really ended up having a really good year catching ball. Maybe one play didn't, but I think all the guys we have can really catch the ball.
So when you recruited him, did you figure he would be a good pass catcher, or is that something that you just kind of figure out?
Well, it was limited in terms of evaluation on film. You just had to believe that he was a good enough athlete to be able to do it. Not all can do it, but we do look at that in recruiting. A guy could be a great running back, but if he's got bad hands, that's not going to be good in our offense.
With your position, you're Maurice's position coach. In that role, how do you handle that off-field thing? I mean, do you stay away from it? Are you involved in it?
I'm not involved in it. What my goal is for 28 is just to every day be a positive mentor to him, to help him, maneuver through being a collegiate athlete, and any chance I get to be able to mentor and do different things to help. That's what I do with him, and that's what I do with my other guys. It's not just the football piece. It's life afterwards. It's life for the moment. All the different things that I try to do to help every one of the guys, whether you're the first team guy or the 10th guy on the depth chart. Good?
Thanks, Ryan.